You want information, and I understand and appreciate that, but we really, it would be inappropriate for me to go into that at this time.
Was there any attempt by the suspects to try to turn off the surveillance or the video cameras or any alarms in the home?
We have no knowledge that that occurred.
You also mentioned that there was some practice that went into this. Can you talk about where they practiced, how they practiced, when they practiced, how long they practiced?
I can tell you that was information that was received, again, from one of the suspects.
Sheriff, the person outside of Escambia County that you're looking for, you said that robbery seems to be the main motive here, but with this person still kind of lingering out there, I think it leaves a lot of people confused as to...
Let me be more specific.
Something more sinister.
Well, no, let me be specific. We know this individual's name. We know this individual's location. So they're not floating out here somewhere.
Now, what do you think that person's involvement may have been in this? What do you generally...
Again, they aided or abetted in the commission of this crime.
Will they also be charged with murder? That person have been at the home that...
I would not address that at this time.
As a group, did these people participate in previous crimes that you're aware of?
I'm sorry?
As a group, as these individuals that you charged here today, have they participated together in previous crimes?
I won't speak to that issue.
Sheriff, can you give us a time frame? You talked the other day about this is a humdinger. When
You bet.
all the details are out, this is going to be a humdinger. When does that happen?
Working a complex case over numerous counties in coordination with many federal agencies, and again, trying to assess the entire spectrum of motives that may be involved in this case, that's a humdinger. Having to pass information on to other federal agencies because of information developed during this case, that's a humdinger. Okay? And I think that you will see at the conclusion of this case, when Mr. Edens' folks are getting into the prosecutorial phase, you'll see the many different avenues and the breadth and depth of this case.
Any idea what?
And let me be specific. What you are hearing about this case is specific to the murders of the Billings family, and not those things that have come outside of this case.
Sheriff, just with the tone of this press conference, and even your team that's lining up behind you right now, is it safe to say that this is, to a certain degree, been brought to closure?
Again, being specific about the deaths of Bird and Melanie Billings, the answer to that question is yes.
Case closed on this particular.
We're about that close. We've got the primary individuals and suspects in custody today.
I guess, Sheriff, not to belabor this point, but when you say...
But you are.
when you say humdinger,
yeah.
and that sort of thing,
yeah.
it suggests something...
Are you from the Midwest? Well, there you have it. Okay.
You say something's a humdinger,
yeah.
And it's a simple, and it's a robbery,
Stand by for the prosecution. You're hearing what we can release today. Okay.
Sure.
When you get the ties of these individuals, again, having nothing to do with this murder, you will then see at that time why this case has gone in so many different directions.
Are we talking organized crime?
I would not address that issue. That needs to come from the federal agencies.
Sheriff, are you suggesting that there are complex layers, and are you also suggesting this may have something to do with the previous military service together?
I will tell you that it involves other businesses, other states, other countries.
Is there an update on the second vehicle?
No, we are still pursuing. We still have conflicting reports on that second vehicle.
If it involves other businesses, other states, other countries, but robbery was still the only motive?
Again, please listen to my statement. Those things that apply specifically to the killings we have addressed to you. The individuals that we have arrested for this crime are involved with other areas and other crimes.
Sheriff, I'm sorry, but are you suggesting that these gentlemen will be charged with other crimes in other states?
I'm not suggesting that because that's not within the purview of my office.
But
we have passed that information on to the appropriate agencies that are the OPRs
so
for that.
There are other investigations undergoing because of what you developed in this case?
It's a safe statement to say, yes.
Sheriff, even though we're saying that Junior is the mastermind of this killing...
Let me be correct. That's what you're saying.
Okay. Even though Junior may have been the mastermind of this group who went in the house, do you think there is a person who is a larger mastermind of the whole operation? Who set it in motion? Who perhaps financed
I will not speak to that issue.
Sheriff, you mentioned that you were this close to saying...
We have one more individual that is not involved with the crime that occurred at the compound owned by the Billings. One more individual that
Why hasn't he been
that aided and abetted in the commission of this crime.
And why hasn't he been arrested?
I didn't say it was a he. I didn't say it was a she. I didn't say it was a juvenile. Again, we're developing that information subsequent to the arrest.
Are they
No.
local?
Excuse me, prior to the
You
arrest.
said you know where they are,
We do.
who it is.
We do.
where they are.
Set that arrest.
Pardon?
When do you set that arrest?
I won't speak to that issue. We're working the case as we speak. It could be today. It could be tomorrow.
Are they a local person?
Yes, they are local.
Local to Escambia County or local to?
Local in the surrounding area.
Sheriff, what's the next step beyond this?
To work closely with the prosecuting attorney's office, Mr. Edens, the state attorney's office, I should say, in the case development and the prosecution.
When you got this case last Thursday, do you have any imaginings at all that you had this solved in 5 days?
I did not, and again, I was honored to watch the men and women of the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. Honored. We'll take one more question.
Yes, sir.
These folks seem to have structured their life around safety. Stockade fence, aware of dogs, trespassing signs, surveillance camera, fence around the pool, the safety of them and their family.
Mhm.
That safety was violated. Can any of us expect to be safe?
Well, you're making a stretch here. The Billings family, again, in their charge, in their care, they had special needs children, autism, Down syndrome, again, children born of drug-ridden mothers. Those are special needs children. You cannot live in an open environment with that number of children that they have. So your surveillance systems, your security systems, and those safety measures were placed there for what? For the safety of the children. You know, those that have been around autistic children and other special needs children will tell you that requires special equipment, special technologies in order to keep that number of children safe. I believe that was the intent of the Billings family, not because they feared some outside threat. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.